Hello everyone, I'm back once again. This weekend I was at a record fair, really great one in Hova Skimässa, as we call it here. It's in the middle of nowhere here in Sweden. It's one of my absolutely favorite ones. Now I don't go to the huge one in Stockholm, Solna there, but I do visit this one, and also I usually go to Husqvarna as well, and smaller ones in Gothenburg and so. But this is kind of a mix of stuff I've gotten before that record fair, because I will do one or two videos of the amounts of stuff I found at the fair, and also I found lots of VCLT for people I know who will get these. People will send me stuff, and that they have said that they are going to send me stuff, which I'm so happy about. So, but this will be the pre record fair stuff. And let's start off with some hip hop. This is the version, the side A radio version. This is a look featuring the 2 Live Crew, a maxi single, of course, banned in the USA, a radio mix, and a black mix from 1990. Now they've done a rip-off here with the line, you know, "Born in the USA" by Bruce Springsteen, but they're singing "Banned in the USA" instead, and it's really a fun single, you know. I found some other 2 Live Crew stuff, their album, which this talks about, and also a single there to that album. I sent that off to Peter in Holland. Hope you enjoyed those, Peter, because it was too much talk of nasty stuff, you know. Penises in every song. I don't really like that stuff, although I think they're pretty fun, but this one I liked better. Not a lot of penises, but it's pretty naughty anyway, and I like the fact that they're ironic, and they are talking about freedom of speech, and I completely agree with that one. That's the same thing in metal, it's freedom of speech. So, really enjoyed that one. I got that for free in the trade when I got my turntable, but I thought I wouldn't keep it myself, but I really enjoyed that song. So, some more stuff which I got from, you know, you guys remember the giant haul of like 33 records I found at a shirt shop? Well, I returned there like 2 weeks ago or so, hopefully thinking that they put out more stuff. Maybe I left some goodness behind, some good stuff for some VCLT, but didn't find a whole lot of stuff. But this was a really good one. It was there the first time, but I didn't have any idea of what it was. Just picked this up last time I was there because I didn't buy much because of the cover. This is Peter Shelley, Homosapien. You can see it's pretty dark in here, but you can see the cool cover there with the old Commodore computer, Egyptian style, these kind of Asian little cube stuff, the pyramid, or how to say. I really love that cover, and this turned out to be very cool, brilliant. Peter Shelley is one of the people in Buzzcocks, the old UK punk, post-punk, new wave band. I have their first album actually. I think it's the first. Let me see. This one, Love Bites. I had this for a long time. This was in '78 it came out. Now you can see it's him. So it's the singer from the Buzzcocks. And I think this was his first album. It was, I believe, in the early 80s. This, I'm gonna check. 81, so it's as old as me. And this was $1 or so. And it's a great mixture of synth stuff. You know, it's very synth-based, new wave. And you can also hear his punk influence there from the Buzzcocks, his more aggressive stuff. I really love this album actually. They had one more, but I didn't pick this up. This is considered his best, and if that is so, I'm really happy to have it, because I really like this one. And this one will be one of the favorites in my very small synth new wave kind of collection. So, Shelley, Homosapien. Really glad to have that one. Okay then. One other they had, but they had put out just like 3 other albums, and this was one of them. It's a Canadian pressing of Talking Heads, '77, the first album. Now this will be a grower, I think. I think I will keep this one, because I think this will really grow on me, this music. Of course, I've been hearing about Talking Heads long time, but never really listened. And as you know, I picked up their later, you know, the 80s stuff in that big haul, but I have to start from the beginning, so I'm listening from the beginning here. Also picked up their second album, but I cleaned that one today because it was quite dirty, so I will show that next time. But that was a good find. That was all I bought for myself that time. At my regular junkie shop, or how to say, my regular charity shop, thrift store, I found this one. Now it's taped here, but I didn't see that at first because it kind of fitted with the red tape to the text there. This is Bengt Edqvist och Börje Sandqvist. Spelar diger Jankes vals och annat på 2 gitarrer som Polydor. These are 2 guitar teachers, and they have very special guitars there, as you can see. This is of course in the 70s. They're playing a mixture of Swedish folk music and also classical stuff. They do here like Toccata from, of course, Bach, and also Opus 34 number 2, Frederick Chopin, and old folk, Swedish folk music. And I really love this one. This I took by chance because it was also $1. And you can just take a chance on those cheap ones that you like by the cover. And I really like the nature covers. You know, Sweden had lots of those nature-oriented covers back in the 70s, and this is a great one. People made fun, you know, of this cover and these pictures on the Facebook vinyl community. I really can't see why, but maybe that's because I'm a Swede, and yeah, we have this kind of obsession with nature and pictures of nature. Another one I found at that shop, not as cheap. I think I paid about $4 for this one. Goodness and Mercy. This is on the MGM label. It's a really hardcover, 2 punch holes. Not one, but I don't care. I like it anyway. It's on the beautiful MGM with the lion there. Doesn't say which year, but I think this was from 1970, I think so. And I really enjoy. Look at that mustache there. Look at his cool waxed mustache. It looks like a, you know, circus man. I really enjoy this one. It's kind of heavy at times. It's, you know, a funk, psych, kind of jazzy album, but it has heavy parts, distorted parts. This is really one of the great pickups, you know. There are 8 band members here. Saxophone, trombone, trumpet and stuff. Great stuff. If you find this for cheap, pick it up. Goodness and Mercy. Another great find, which I actually saw a video someone showing this. It was in the Crate Digger series, you know, the hip hop producers. They showed their great record collections. One of them showed this one, and I was really stoked to see it because I haven't seen anyone show it ever. And it's the Great White Cane. Now I've seen this album a couple of times now, only the couple of couple of months here, and I didn't know what this was at all. But now when I found it so cheap, it was $1, and it's a DJ copy, not for sale there. It's the original one. It's a little bit worn here. This piece is almost coming off, but the cane is intact. You do like that. Band picture there, of course. Title of the songs. This is from 72, and that man here in the hat, it's Rick James. Yeah, so you can hope for a good album. I didn't know it was Rick James, but I saw these guys, you know, long head Asian one, the afro, and I just thought, that kind of looks, you know, like Rocky Erickson a bit. But I said to myself, this must be really good, and it has organs on it, and this is a funky jazz album. It's kind of psychedelic as well. I can't really explain it more, but it's really great. I'm really happy about this one. So if you've ever seen this, pick it up. From what I understand, some producers, some hip hop producers also really like this one. Maybe you can sample some beats of that one. It has a white label, special disc jockey record, not for sale, it says on the label, and it was pretty decent condition, no scratches at all, so that's really a great find. One of the last soundtracks to my added to my collection, the E.T. soundtrack. Now this one I bought in Malmö. I haven't shown it yet, so I'm taking the opportunity. I've listened to this, and it's a grand soundtrack. Got this for about $4 or so, and yeah, I need to fix that, but it's just some glue. Really great sound, this one. It's MCA, the same as Jaws, of course. John Williams. Yeah, really collecting a little piece of Steven Spielberg and John Williams soundtracks now. I would love Raiders of the Lost Ark added to my Steven Spielberg collection now. That kind of soundtrack, and of course I'm searching for the Star Wars ones. But this is a brilliant edition. Really like the soundtrack more than a movie actually, because I was terrified of E.T. when I was young. Terrified. He was so scary. So damn scary to me. Oof. But I like to listen to the soundtrack. It's a groundbreaking movie, but yeah, I thought it was so scary. Of course, if you look carefully at my cassette and also metal update I did, those videos I did in the living room, you could see this one on the top shelf, because this is standing just above the hi-fi equipment. Daft Punk, of course, everyone has shown this, or lots of people. I don't know how many metalheads have shown this one that also like prog, but Random Access Memories, Daft Punk. I'm a Daft Punk fan. I showed on Record Store Day, I picked up Discovery finally. Beautiful Columbia labels with the red and the yellow Columbia, not the white but yellow. Double vinyl, 180 grams, great gatefold. I must say, this is a brilliant album, you know. There are some mixed reviews. I don't care about all that stuff at all. I know I like it. It's like the best disco record ever made, and I don't like disco, you know. But it has a very funky feeling. It's a feel-good record. Yeah, that's it. Some songs I really like. Of course, Giorgio by Moroder. Yeah, it's brilliant when he's talking about when he was younger, his music career. Lose Yourself to Dance, Motherboard, Contact, but also easy songs like Doing It Right. I don't care that they have changed direction, because I quite like their direction. I understand why they want to do something else, because people are copying their old sound. They can do what they want because it's their freaking band, and I enjoy it. So hope you do too. That was my update for the pre-stuff for Record Fair. I have almost a cube here. I've rearranged in here my collection, because you know it's growing, especially after that giant haul. So I have a cube here of stuff. I will be sometime doing Italian prog video and just some random stuff. But I think I will show the Record Fair stuff before that. But see you soon again. Take care. Bye.